Hello there, this is Retro Spirits Gaiden, and this is Ultimate Tiger, Tiger Heli, TOAPLAN arcade shooting on Nintendo's wonderful Switch console. It's a Japanese game played on a PAL console. Imagine that, imagine being able to do that in this day and age. They've changed their tune a bit, haven't they, Nintendo? The old region locking. This is by M2 Shot Triggers. And they've converted a few different shooters to the Switch, and PS4, as it happens. This one is a collection of about 40 different helicopter-themed games. It's not 40, it's fewer than that, but I haven't counted them, so I just made up an arbitrary number. But they're variations on a theme. So we've got Tiger Heli, Ultimate Tiger, and Get Star, which is a random inclusion, to say the least. Here we have a lovely loading screen for Ultimate Tiger. I have done a review for this on the Mega Drive and PC Engine, but this is a pixel perfect arcade replica, and we can play this, I believe, in Tate mode, which I've got turned on. M2's menu systems. Go to the option setting. I'm going to rotate the screen. We have multiple tabs of options here. They're all in Japanese, and there's no toggle for English, so it's all Japanese. And I don't know what any of those options do. I've tweaked one or two, mainly the screen rotation, because I can rotate my monitor, so that's handy. But here we have the arcade game squashed into the horizontal format in pixel perfect form. Now, Ultimate Tiger is from the 80s, back in the mists of time when arcade was king. And what it is a rock balls hard vertically scrolling shooter. And maybe one of the hardest shooters I've played. It's like kind of this and Tatsujin for me. Super difficult. I think this is generally and genuinely regarded as a rock balls hard shooter. It's not just me. This is crazy hard. This is super difficult. It's not Danny Dyer powder puff difficulty. This is slice your face off difficulty. And why is it that difficult? Well, you start with the pea shooter gun. And I've got auto fire on this pea shooter gun, and as you can see, the auto fire option basically gets rid of all your bullets in one chunk. And there's no way I can see in the options to make that a bit more of an even firing pattern. So you're either tapping in the bullets in individually to get a constant steady stream, or you're using the auto fire option, which basically unleashes all the bullets in one go and makes you vulnerable for a second every single every other second you've got no bullets on the screen. So there could be something flying down the screen and crashing into you, because the enemies are kamikaze bastards. They will basically snipe you from off the screen and then just flying directly at your face like some sort of crazy-assed attack moth. They just want you to die in any way possible, which is fairly irritating. And when you've got the standard narrow gun, it's very difficult to fend against, because the auto fire doesn't help you, and tapping out the bullets manually is a pain in the ass. So you have to learn these level layouts by rote. You have to know where all the bad guys are coming on, where they're going to snipe you from, and once you've learned that pattern, you've then got to have a little bit of skill dodging the bullets, because the bullets are quite fast and your helicopter is very, very slow. Now apparently there is an option to change the speed of your copter, make it a little bit nippier, which might make it a bit easier. I haven't been able to find it yet, but I'll dig around maybe at some point and try it. So anyway, yeah, you've got 4 power-ups. You've got yellow, red, blue and green. Blue is your best weapon, once it's powered up a couple of times. Bit of a spread fire, which is nice. Picking up the P's in the background gives you bonus points at the end of level. The power-ups actively don't want to be picked up. They will fly away from you like you stink of shit. They don't want anything to do with you, the power-ups. So genuinely, this is a game where everything is against you. It's like the odds are stacked against you, so you have to learn it. It's just like homework. more than a game, which is not to everybody's tastes, I guess. The bosses are a bit boring. They're usually just like hunks of metal tank, like blocks with that spit bullets at you, as you can see here. This one's not too difficult, but it tends to get me at least once every single time. There we go, got me. They do take different amounts of damage depending on how powered up you are, it seems to me anyway, as some sort of balancing thing. There's several different modes for each game, so you have a super easy mode, which is super easy. I clocked the game on my first go on super easy mode. Why is that easier? Well, basically, it gives you lots of bombs, and if you get shot in super easy mode, it treats bombs like a health bar, and it just launches a bomb. If you run out of bombs, then you die. So if you've got enough bombs, you can avoid death, because it will launch a bomb and destroy everything in the area, and you retain your power-ups. So you can kind of cruise through the game. I went through halfway through the second loop on my first go with easy mode, super easy mode. So it is what it says on the tin. And then you've got custom mode where you can change different bits in the menu, and that's that. You also have the Mega Drive and PC Engine version of the game on here, and that's exciting. Ultimate Tiger, I think you have the SNES version. Sorry, not the SNES, the NES version on here as well, which is a much easier game, a lot less detailed, interesting curiosity. So anyway, it saves your high score, it uploads replays if you let it. I think that's what it was doing there. And yeah, it's generally a good game, but it is hard and pretty damn old school. Unless you like rock hard shooters, I would say stay away. The Mega Drive version is as difficult. The PC Engine version is probably the easiest version of the game, as well as looking fairly nice on the PC Engine. So here's a different menu altogether. So like you've got challenge mode there as well. Look, you've got someone's taken the time to give you some challenges to work through. Haven't played that much yet. But let's have a look at Tiger Heli. So this is another game from the 80s, back in the mists of time, where The Goonies just came out on cinema, and it was the best film ever. It wasn't. I hate The Goonies. I don't even know why The Goonies came up there. Anyway, this was in the arcade, and actually, in the arcade I used to frequent, this was fairly near the Ultimate Tiger arcade machine. M2 menus again, back to the Switch dashboard. So irritating. But you can immediately see this is a previous gen of hardware, audio visuals. But also, it's got that irritating 80s thing where your helicopter's bullets don't travel all the way up the screen, they only go halfway up the screen, which is freaking infuriating. But actually the game's not bad. It's still quite difficult. It's not as difficult as Ultimate Tiger, but it's difficult. You do have a thing on here where you got two little red blobs by the side of your helicopter, and they can save you from bullets, but that's your bombs essentially. So you've got two bombs at the bottom. You can launch them when you want, like a spread bomb, or you can use them as barriers, and it helps you out every now and again. But you can get hit anywhere else in the helicopter and blow up. So that's all in order. The third game on this disc, Get Star, like I said, is Kung Fu Master or Vigilante, and it's got a science fiction theme. It seems to have been drawn by a 3-year-old with gameplay designed by a 2-year-old, and it's a weird, stilted fighting game. I just don't know why it's on here. They could have added any of the other TOAPLAN shoot 'em ups on here, but they added Get Star, which is weird. It's a game I've never seen before this compilation, and it's not a game really they should have bothered with. I mean, is there any Get Star fans out there? I'm sure the Get Star community is vocal and numerous, and they will defend it with terminal intensity to the end of time. But if that is the case, they're well served by this game, as there's 2 different versions of Get Star on this cartridge. Anyway, so this costs about 60 English pounds. You can import it yourself, or you can buy it from an importer, and it'll cost you a similar amount of money. It's probably not worth 60 quid, it's 3 games. It's 3 games with multiple variations, essentially. And they're good games, they're just... it's not worth 60 quid. I don't know why I bought it really. I sort of got excited. I saw that it was there. I was expecting there to be fair, I was expecting there to be more games on the cartridge. I kind of bought it a bit blind, which is remiss of me. I should really do due diligence before spending the cash. But you know, work gave me a bit of a bonus, so easy come, easy go, isn't it? Look, I've got 2 helicopter outriggers here. One fires horizontally and the other fires vertically. How very exciting. That's about as exciting as this game gets, to be fair. The music's very bleepy, isn't it? So yeah, you get some nice loading screens. You get a front cover on the Switch case, which is nice. There was a couple of little leaflets in the box. One's for a download for a puzzle game, and I've tried to redeem that code, and it doesn't let you do that in the UK. So although you can play this game on the Switch, you can't use the download codes that come in the package unless you are playing on a Japanese Switch or have a Japanese account, I guess. Maybe I should try that. Maybe I should try getting a Japanese account and then downloading that game. Don't know what that game's like. Yeah, so 60 quid for 3 games. 2 helicopter-based games. 1 potato print drawing-based game. Yeah. Can't recommend it. Although Ultimate Tiger is a cracking game. It's rock balls hard, like I said. But I've got better at it. I managed to get to level 3 on 1 credit once. Oh, look at me go. And I do remember playing it in the arcade, and I was about as good at it then as I am now. I used to get to the same level, so at least my skills, meagre though they are, haven't waned over the years. But yeah, Super Easy mode really is kind of a waste of time. I guess it's just on there to make people feel a bit better about not being able to complete the main game. I'm still shooting some gun emplacements here. Got some tanks that just drive on, taking pot shots. Yeah, so I mean, if you're used to bullet hell shoot 'em ups, obviously this isn't super high octane action. But don't be fooled, it is. These games are freaking hard because they're slightly unfair. The speed of your helicopter really works against you in this game. I mean, look at all this shit flying at me. I just cannot get through that flak. I just cannot. The helicopter does not move across the screen fast enough for me to dodge out of the way. What happened there? Did I launch a bomb, or did I collect the icon and it immediately launched a bomb? Very strange. Maybe you can only carry 2 red canisters at once, so... straight down the gizzard. Went right in my face, down the throat, blew the guts up from the inside. Good shooting, sir. Good shooting, sir. Ooh. Hello. Yeah, the same one got me. In the same way. Susceptible to that move. That's my problem. The straight in the face gunshot. Unbelievable. It's doing something here. I'm not sure what. It's in Japanese, you see. There's a warning symbol. Area... something or other. Can't read it, it's too small. My eyesight's going. I'm old. Okay, M2 menus again. Right, let's take a look at Get Star. Look at that. Did you see that image? Did you look at that? Did you immediately sort of giggle with nervousness at the apparent lack of artistic skill on show? So here we go. Got some flat looking renders of planets. Some green blobs there. Oh yeah, look at this. Why the hell is this game on this cartridge? You got some dinosaurs with swords. They want to kill you, they want to knife you in the balls. You got a snake that lives in a ball that likes to lick your face. You got two moves, you got punch and kick. You can jump, I believe you can jump kick as well. You hold the fire button down, it does like a combo move, which is weird. There's the stabby dinosaurs, stabby space dinosaurs. Oh, look at this, this looks so sci-fi. This is like so epic. I don't know what year this came out, but it's freaking awful. Oh, got a boss here. Oh, look at that. Just punched him in his malformed face. He's got little spider children that are trying to attack me. He's lasering me to death. Does it actually hurt me? No, he's just pushing me back. Oh, I've made multiple images of myself. Hot Dog is online. That's interesting. Don't know who Hot Dog is. Collect the red balls. It looks like you're collecting the red balls powers you up, but to what end, I don't know. Oh, look, he's got like atomic hands. I used to know a guy called Atomic Hands. I didn't. This level is graphically intense. It's using at least 5 different hues of blue. I'm hitting Ewoks in the nuts, giving them nut shots. Look at that Tyrannosaurus Rex caught in the ice there. Oh man, he must be livid. Oh hello, there's a guy coming out of a puddle. This is awesome. This is, I take it back. I love this game now. That Tyrannosaurus Rex started swinging it back for me, and then when that guy came out of the puddle there, E.T. on a stick, I knew that I was in love with this game. I'm going to play this game right to the end. Right now. Let's do this. Oh, got igloos. Space igloos. Also rendered in bluish hues. Bluish hues. Oh, we've got a laser gun. Oh yeah, now take it in the face, you dirty. It's like Metroid, I'm like Samus now. Oh, this game just keeps giving. Oh, there's a demon on a stick. Yeah. Don't know what to say about that really. It's 60 quid. You get 3 games, some variations on a couple of games. And that's your lot. So there we go. That's that game compilation. What's he doing now? Oh, we've got Ultimate Tiger on here as well. Twin Cobra, which is the Western version of Ultimate Tiger, which is simultaneous 2-player, and it has different rules, which include not going back to checkpoints when you die, and your helicopter flying slightly faster but having weaker bullets, I believe, and it's a good variation. Here we go. Here's the Mega Drive hidden option screen, which I can never remember off the top of my head how to get to. I think you press A and start together, and you can make it easy for yourself if you want to. Got rapid fire on. That's all in order. This is essentially identical to the Mega Drive game, obviously, because the M2 people are very good at converting games. You can immediately see the colour palette is wrong on the Mega Drive. Like that water's a bit too blue, isn't it? The music's quite nice there, in comparison to the arcade. It's oddly. Yeah, the palettes were wrong, and the screen ratio is a bit wrong. But it does play sort of the same, and it's rock balls hard, so can't complain about that. Those enemies are coming on in the wrong pattern. Yeah, the PC engine's got a slightly better colour use, but the Mega Drive I think has got slightly better level layouts in terms of being closer to the arcade, so yeah, it takes your pick. Anyway, that's that. I'm off now. Ta-ra!